بتناموا عادي، اوكي؟ فبتقدروا تيجوا. التعب رح يكون المساء قبل الافطار، خاصه يوم الدوام، بعد ما تروحوا بدوامكم رح تكون تعبانين، لا قادرين تدرسوا ولا قادرين تعملوا شيء. That is a good time to take a nap، بس مش معناته باخذ ناب عشان اضلني ساحب على السحور وبتجوني هون نائمين. اوكي؟ انا ما عندي تساهل. حكومة عاجبها تعطل الناس كله برمضان، بما انه مداومين برمضان فاحنا مداومين برمضان. رمضان عليكم وعلى لستم الوحيدين يعني. اللي مش قادر يصوم ما يصومش. الشعب الاردني كله اصلا لا يجوز الصيام على الاخلاقيات اللي بتتبدل. طيب بدنا نحكي الان عن الكونجنتال ديفكتس اللي بتحصل. هاي هذيك المره زميلتكم شو السباينا بيفيدا، هاي السباينا بيفيدا، وهذا شو اسمه؟ كليفت بالت او شفه الارنب اللي بيسموها. انا بدي اطلع اشوف الناس اللي بتقعد ورا، ليش؟ لانه الرؤيه افضل يعني. اليوم بتعمل محاضره من ليه بعد ما بتحترموا؟ ليه ما بتحترموا؟ في وين اليوم؟ بشيله. اوكي؟ بيربح الناس انه بيصحى الصبح، بيربح الناس اللي بيجي على المحاضره، بيربح الناس انه بدرس، بيربح الناس انه يا اخي مش عاملها عشاني، حبه مع قلبي اجي ما لقيش ولا حدا، بكتب المحاضره على اللوح وبروح. شو رايك؟ صحتين؟ صح. اوكي؟ حكينا انه رح يكون عندنا 3 types of pregnancy issues. اشياء بتحصل للست بسبب البريجنسي. حالات هي عندها مشكله. بدي افرجيكم قديش انتم كمان مزعجين، انا مزعجيتكم هيك؟ ممتاز. بيبات واشياء تحصل اوريدي المريضه او الست عندها هاي الامراض، وفي امراض بتحصل يعني later during the pregnancy. فنبدا بالبريجنسي influence issues. اهم شيء ونبدا فيه الجي اي، لانه كلنا بنعرف انه اول ما الست بتحمل غالبا بصير عندها nausea and vomiting، right؟ example كمان constipation. constipation بيزيد مشكله الهيمورويدز، والحمل قد يؤدي الى هيمورويدز خاصه الاحمال المتكرره، لانه بصير في ضغط على المستقيم. بس لما يكبر الرحم اليوتيرس when it grows inside it's gonna push on the rectum and it creates hemorrhoids. So you know hemorrhoids and constipation are no. So we start by conservative treatment, which is diet, exercise, bath, but if it did not help, then we can give laxative, fibers, food softener. Proline glycol is the preferred agent during the pregnancy. Now, magnesium, sodium salts are not recommended and they could cause electrolyte imbalance. Castor oil, mineral oil should be avoided. These 2 oils, we can use them later to stimulate delivery, to stimulate labor, okay? So we should not use them at all. أصلاً ما عاد حدا استخدم unless يعني the older generation. GERD or gastroesophageal reflux disease هذا كمان happens again because the uterus will push on the stomach, and also the progesterone will decrease the pressure at the openings between the stomach and the esophagus. تصير الارتجاع المريئي أكثر. Some women, they really suffer very badly from it. We start as usual non-pharmacological lifestyle and then avoid the foods that actually cause acidity, okay? When you sleep or when you sit, don't lay down completely supine. Also don't eat before you go to bed. If you're so starved, so the food will be pushed down from the stomach. We can use antacids. Now sodium bicarbonate, magnesium trisilicate, and large aluminum doses should be avoided. Again, for the same reason we avoided them for constipation, which is electrolyte imbalance. We can use the H2 blockers like ranitidine, etc. And even PPIs are safe. Why omeprazole? I go back to the same idea I said from day one. The drug that is used the most is the familiarity. So, each doctor should start the omeprazole. Does it mean that the others are not as effective as safe? They are. بس ما حدا بيستجري يبدأ فيهم. Nausea and vomiting of pregnancy is a well-known disorder that happens during pregnancy. It could be mild, and usually it should disappear after the first 3 months. بيكون عادي. And lifestyle change dietary. Sometimes applying pressure should take 3. The pressure is that. Where is the pressure? 2 fingers from the side. The pressure is the area immediately next to the 2 fingers that activate certain nerves that decrease the feeling of nausea and vomiting. Ginger, which is okay, طبعا in moderate amount, do not overdo it. But vitamin B6 pyridoxine is actually the drug of choice. During pregnancy, the drug of choice is vitamin B6 pyridoxine. We could use antihistamines. Now, metoclopramide is second line because it affects the dopamine receptors, and we don't want Parkinsonism or extrapyramidal side effects, زي ما بتعرفوا. We can use ondansetron لأن في حالة من nausea vomiting in pregnancy that is severe. Okay? Very severe. The woman just cannot keep anything down, so we might go to the other medications, but there are reports of cleft palate. Okay? And corticosteroids, but after the first semester also because corticosteroids could cause cleft palate. Okay? Gestational diabetes, another problem of pregnancy, especially after multiple pregnancies. Okay? The women who have more than one and they continue on, they are at higher risk. طبعا other risks, for example, family, history, etc. بصير gestational diabetes. This is a diabetes that supposedly disappears immediately upon delivery. It is connected to the placenta. Once the placenta is out, she's cured. But the woman chances of having type 2 diabetes later in life is increased. When do we diagnosis? Usually in the second and third trimester. Okay? Risk many, okay? It could cause fatal loss, fetal macrosomia. Macrosomia is when the shoulders are really wide of the baby, which means vaginal delivery is not possible. So that means cesarean section. Cesarean section is operation. We don't like to have operation. And birth trauma. So it's not recommended, okay, universal screening. But women who have risk factors or we suspect they should be screened, okay? Now, at first prenatal visit, so the woman discovers she's pregnant, then she's given an appointment, so within the first month, probably 4 to 6 weeks, she has her prenatal visit. If she is at high risk, then we should do the screening, okay? What is the screening, if the A1C is more than 6.5 or equal, if fasting plasma glucose is over 126, or the 2-hour plasma glucose over 200, or longer at any time is over 200. Then these are the screening and diagnosis criteria that is approved for gestational diabetes for women who are pregnant. Okay? And we have two methods. The one-step method, which is we give her 75 grams of oral glucose solution, okay? And then if she comes fasting, then it's over 92. 1 hour after it's 75, then it's over 180, and 2 hours over 153, we consider non-gestational diabetes. Two-step is that you give 50 grams, okay? 1 hour later, 130 or above, okay? On step 2, then you give her another 100 grams, and you measure it hourly. So the fasting, which was the first arrived 95, and the 1 hour after 180, 150, and after 1 hour, blood glucose should go to below 100, right? In normal patients, in normal people who don't have diabetes, the glucose disappears immediately because insulin is working. We start with diet and lifestyle. If it is mild, we just discovered it. Avoid carbohydrates, avoid sugars, right? Even exercise is okay during pregnancy, but you have to check what exercises are okay. Yani mashi, aerobic is fine. She can be given the monitor to self-monitor her blood glucose 4 times daily. In the morning, fasting, then 1 and 2 hours after each meal. Now, the drug of choice until very recently is insulin. Lesh does not cross the blessing. But again, that's what happens when we some doctors or some hospitals or they try something different. So now we know metformin is okay and glyburide is okay. It was found actually favorable outcomes on the baby with metformin and glyburide than insulin. وننسى إنه مع الإنسولين we have the problems of injection, we have the problem of hypoglycemia. بينما drugs do not reduce these problems, right? And إحنا بنعتبر هو لحال American Diabetic Association يعني consider gestation diabetes as a type by itself, صح? Type 1, type 2 gestation. But it is closer to type 2 لأنه it's not something wrong with the pancreas. It's not that we're not producing insulin. It's just there is resistance to the insulin. And again, this is all goes to the idea of the circulating hormones, because all the circulating hormones doing is trying to provide to the baby the maximum nutrition. When the woman doesn't use the sugar to go to her tissues, where does it go? To the baby, to the fetus, okay? After delivery, we have to do screening to our oral glucose at 6 weeks, and it should be gone. If it continues, then we consider her now type 2 diabetes, and we treat her accordingly. Hypertensive disorders of pregnancy are more complicated, okay? We have a preeclampsia. انتوا بالعربي بتسمعوا التسمم الحمل. Okay? في عندنا chronic hypertension, which is pre-existing hypertension. If she had hypertension before the first 20 weeks of pregnancy, we consider إنه هي عندها hypertension. Even if it happens like at week 4 and 5, خلاص صار يعتبر إنه عندها chronic hypertension. Or a chronic hypertension and chronic hypertension with superimposed preeclampsia. يعني she already عندها hypertension before she get pregnant, and now she had preeclampsia or gestational hypertension without proteinuria, okay, developing after 20 weeks of gestation, either anything before 20 weeks, so even before she gets pregnant, or before 20 weeks of pregnancy نعتبره ايش؟ chronic hypertension, هي انت hypertension, okay? Anything after 20 weeks is gestational. If there is a proteinuria, then it is preeclampsia. If it exceeds certain number, it's going to be eclampsia. وهذا هو the most dangerous of all hypertension of pregnancy. Okay? How we define it? Like other hypertension. Any systolic blood pressure above 140, diastolic above 90, 2 times of measurement at least 4 hours apart. Okay? We consider it hypertension. Severe hypertension, if 2 measurements of systolic blood pressure is 160 and diastolic 110, at least 15 minutes apart, then that is considered emergency because it is severe. Of course, the stress reduction, exercise, activity restriction sometimes, so مش دائما exercise sometimes. يعني eclampsia actually يعني تحتاج bed rest. أي حركة it just increases the hypertension. Calcium and vitamin D somehow seem to improve or to be prophylactic against development of eclampsia and preeclampsia on women, as well as aspirin, by the way. That's why you see some women who are pregnant ماشي على حبة الأسبرين اليومية. Okay? مش بس عشان التجلطات, it actually prevent الhypertension emergencies.
بس التوصيات الخفيفة لها
ما لغته تماما. I read it.
بس بريش عليه كثير.
عليه صار عليه تحذيرات بس ما لغته. They still give aspirin. It's only if there is موانع ثانية للأسبرين. لأنه لحد الآن it's the cheapest and most affordable and most available treatment. And it does help. What is preeclampsia? It's a multi-system syndrome, can complicate up to 8% pregnancy, cause poor outcome, including renal failure, maternal morbidity, mortality, preterm delivery, and intrauterine growth restriction. Because the fetus will not get the blood supply as they should. Okay? Now, early onset preeclampsia is usually severe. If it happens early in pregnancy, then it is really bad. Okay? And that is one reason for maternal morbidity and mortality. Okay? Elevated blood pressure. Elevated blood pressure with proteinuria of more than 300 milligram over 24 hours or protein creatinine ratio of over 300 milligram per gram, approximately 30 milligram per millimolar, are referred, or urine dipstick of a +1. These are the types of measurement they do to decide and have preeclampsia. Okay? If proteinuria is present, then thrombocytopenia, which means a count less than 100,000 microliters, serum creatinine above 1.1, or a doubling of serum creatinine elevated liver transaminase at least twice the upper limit of normal or cerebral or visceral symptoms, like scotomasa or headaches, anything in the eye and in the brain. دليل على إنه في عندي problem with the vascular system there. That is a sign that I am, getting into the preeclampsia. Okay? What are the high-risk factors that tell me this woman might develop a preeclampsia or eclampsia? Is that she had a preeclampsia before, right? And that's why usually doctors advise this woman to stop getting pregnant if she gets it one, because the possibility, the risk factor for another one is high. Antiphospholipid antibody syndrome, which is genetic disorder, means she has more possible coagulatory problem. underlying medical condition, chronic hypertension, renal disease, and diabetes mellitus. All these are high risk factors to cerebral preeclampsia, which leads to eclampsia. Moderate risk factors in the multiple gestations. As I said, having babies one after another increases the risk for many of these chronic diseases, of course. Nulliparity, sometimes with the first baby, family history, first baby is a low risk factor. First baby نادر ما يحصل النزيع preeclampsia. Family history مش بس إنه بس إنه إذا هي yes high risk. The family history this obesity over 35, maternal age over 40. Also when women get older and they want to have babies, it is usually with many cautions. Ethnicity in America, مثلا, black have a greater preeclampsia than Caucasian, than white people or Hispanic. Now this is the recommendations. I mean, you have to check the new recommendation. But to my knowledge, still aspirin is allowed, but I don't know. إذا في عندك شيء send the stars, okay? So we can check it out ونغير the recommendations. إذا low dose aspirin starting between 12 and 28 weeks gestation. يفضل قبل 16 weeks. In women with one or more high risk, اللي حكيناهم factors, that means she's at high risk. Or two or more moderate risk factors. Preeclampsia is non-treatable. I mean, it's manageable. We manage it. ولكن the only treatment for it is sure that the treatment for it. Delivery of the placenta. And that's why these women sometimes when they do, they يخليهم يخلفوا أكثر. والله. Okay, then only delivery of the placenta will cure it, and that's why some women, إذا عندها severe, they wait until the fetus is capable of survival outside the womb وبيعملوا delivery. Preeclampsia itself is not that dangerous, but what is dangerous about it? Changes, it progresses into eclampsia, in which, in top of the hypertension that she will have seizures, tonic or clonic superimposed preeclampsia. It's a medical and emergency, okay, and it could happen antepartum, intrapartum, and postpartum. It could happen before, during, and after pregnancy. Usually, the woman will feel a severe headache, and that's why severe headache and pregnant women is something to be taken seriously. مش تاخدي حبتين باراسيتامول وانتهى الموضوع. And visual changes. Also, magnesium sulfate can be given. There is no really treatment per se and specific, but magnesium sulfate was found to decrease the progression of eclampsia by 50%, okay? And so she had preeclampsia and she entered the hospital. They can give her magnesium sulfate, usually 4 to 60 gram IV over 15 to 20 minutes, then 2 gram every hour continuous infusion, okay? And then, this will mean if she entered into eclampsia, they have to deliver, okay? They have to deliver. The woman's life depends on it. We don't give anything for seizures. We don't give an anti-seizure medication. Because the seizures, pathophysiology here is different than, okay? It's because of this problem in her vascular system and her extremely high proteinuria. So, as I said, these are the most dangerous and important to know. Gestational diabetes, which is, by the way, احنا هلا بندرب الطلاب clinical rotations في مستشفى الملك عبد الله، في مستشفى بديعة. مستشفى بديعة بتعرفوا برايمري هيلث كير، مستشفى الملك تيرشري، فبتشوف الحالات الأصعب. What do they see؟ بيجوا البنات زهقانين gestational diabetes, and they tell me young women gestational diabetes is highly prevalent عندنا. So we need to know how to deal with it. طبعا preeclampsia موجودة، luckily أقل شوية، eclampsia even less. But the thing is, when it is something dangerous like eclampsia بيودوها وين؟ على الترشري. مستشفيات الأطراف هاي برايمري بتتحمل الحالات البسيطة. هلا thyroid abnormalities, pregnancies is funny because I told you before, the hormones, they are not that selective. So they can interact with multiple receptors of other hormones. For progesterone, which is the hormone that's going to be increased during pregnancy, all through pregnancy, can interact with the thyroid hormone. So this could lead to hyper or hypothyroidism. And most of the time, it's not that dangerous and we don't need to really treat it unless it is beyond certain levels, okay? If it's hypothyroidism that needs to be treated, we treat it with the same way we treat hypothyroidism and أي حدا تاني by methimazole or glucocorticoid. الhypo, we give her thyroid replacement. But زي ما حكيت لكم, in general, الثايرويد هرمون أو الثايرويد, when we measure it in the pregnant women, we're gonna find it بيطلع وينزل because of the interaction of the progestin hormone and other hormones that increase during pregnancy with other receptors for other hormones. Thromboembolism, هذا الخطورة, okay? هو number one serious adverse effects for contraceptives combined, remember, right? And it is number one complication that causes mortality among women is thromboembolism during pregnancy. طبعا risk factors include multiple pregnancies, okay, obesity, having underlying cause, hypertension, okay? All these are risk factors for thromboembolism. Of course, it is more during pregnancy. Why? Because these circulating hormones actually, they increase the production of the clotting factors in the liver. These hormones بخلوش إشي من شرهم. What did I tell you البنات اللي اجوا سألوني هذيك اليوم؟ شو حكيت لكم؟ What is a pregnancy in my definition?
الآن كيلينج إنه هو أسوأ إشي.
لا. I called him what?
نسيت والله بس إنه إشي سيء.
Parasite. I would say أسوأ إشي في أشياء أسوأ. I don't want to scare you. But I go back to say إشي كتير مهم. Your health is very important. Your health now. Okay? Males and females ضروري جدا. سمعتوا عن آخر الإحصاءات الأردن الرابعة أردنية عربيا بالسمنة؟ طب احنا بنشكي الطفل. حدا يفهمني. صح؟ حدا يفهمني كيف احنا مش لاقيين ناكل ونطعم اولادنا وعند الذكور الرابع عالميا، السادس عشر عالميا بالسمنه. ليش؟ شو بصير؟ فاست فود، unhealthy food للاسف. It's unhealthy food, unhealthy lifestyle. كم واحد هون شباب صبايا بيعمل exercise regularly. واحد، اثنين، ثلاث. من مجموعة 200 ما تقدروا تستنوا بالباص مقرف الباص عشان كيف تركبوا فيه. تستنوا بالإليفيتر اللي ممكن يوقف فيكم عشان ما تطلعوش درج. So, I'm gonna repeat it. يا نعم. شو المشكلة؟ بلاش. لا. You can't تخش الغل بالرياضة. أنا I believe إنه الطبيخ والغسيل والشغل هذا مش gender oriented task. It's a life skill. Everybody should know it. أنا عندي ابن وبنت الاثنين بيطبخوا وكل واحد بيعمل غسيله. لأن لما كنت معهم في أمريكا كنت أعمل كل إشي. لما سافرت اجت أخته قالت له اسمع I'm not your mom. ولامح فتحت امه because he's very Americanized. قالها يس. فبضل يعني لما رحت انا حاطط المنشفه ليش؟ بضلش عنده اواعي نظيفه. بس ولا يمكن تحزن عليه. وبعدين بحطهم بالغساله وبيخلصوا لثاني يوم ليحطهم بالنشافه ولرابع يوم لطلع مشكلته. اذا تطلعهم تاخذهم زي ما هم وبتكبهم على تخته. That is it's a gender, it's not a gender task. مش البنات لازم يطبخوا. It's a life skill بتفيدك بحياتك شاب بنت مين ما كان. So لما نبطل نحطها according to gender انه هاي شغل البنات مش هاي شغل انت كمان لازم تعرفي تغيري منشر سيارتك. اوكي؟ تعرفي basic skills في البيت. هاي مش انه بس اخوك بيعملها. انت لازم تعمليها وانت كمان برافو ليش لا؟ ما لها علاقة. let's go back. Okay. Which is good. Yes. Yes. Actually أول ما وصل عندهم الصيفية اللي بيطبخ مالك. هو بيتعلم طبخة جديدة فبيحب يطلع يعني يجيني شطارته. Which is nice. I encourage him. يعني ما في إنه ما حدا بيخدم الثاني كل واحد يخدم نفسه. أنا بتفيده مستقبل أيامه لأنه again رغم وجود الأكل يعني اللي ما بتوفي كمان كل يوم نطلبوا أكل من برا وأنتم أكيد كطلاب بتعرفوا هالحكي إنه ما بيفيش معكم. لذلك نرجع men, women, especially when you are young. لأن when you are young هذا هو المخزون لصحتك صدقوني. Women, build your muscle mass now and build your bones now. I've seen women بال40 صار عندهم osteoporosis. مصيبة. Okay? Build it now لأن هذا هو الوقت. بعدين ببطل في مجال بصير maintenance. يعني maybe الميلز عندهم فترة أطول بس نفس الإشي بعد فترة ببطلوا build بصير مجرد maintenance. So build your muscle mass and build your bone density and make sure you are healthy لأنه هاي الأشياء بتحصل. Okay? And we need to be healthy ahead of time. So, thromboembolism زي ما حكيت عدة عوامل منها إنه circulating hormone will go to the liver and ليش تزيد including factor؟ لأنه هذا الباراسايت ما بده يصير bleeding. Everything. When the woman is pregnant هذا اللي بيسألنا بالسدس مصر مريم misunderstood وهي انه انا قلت له بعد انه the whole body is geared لمصلحة الفيتوس. مفيش كافة كفاية، انت مش تاخديش كافة كفاية وهو بياخدها من عظامك من اسنانك، اوكي؟ وهكذا. لذلك هذا اللي بحكيه مش لكم. هاي survivor. They need to survive, right? So it would increase the coagulability and the liver, okay? So it is 5 to 10-fold during the first 6 weeks. كمان postpartum. بزيد التجلطات بعد الولادة. لذلك هاي الأفلام القديمة بعد ما تولد ارتاحي أنت بالتخت. They were killing her. Even if she has cesarean section, within 12 hours لازم تقوم ويمشوها. عشان النوبة انفلتت. الريسك بيصير عالي، اوكي؟ طبعا during pregnancy we normally celebrate heparin, right? لأن احنا عندنا خيارين يا نورمال هيبرين يا إما وارفرين. وإذا أخذته لأنه كان عندها زيادة بالثرومبوامبوليزم ريسك، then she should continue مش بعد الولادة توقف على طول. She should continue up to 6 weeks. أصلاً حكينا ليش up to 6 weeks ما نعطيهاش combined hormonal contraceptive. Why? One of the major contraindications for using combined hormonal contraceptive اللي هو postpartum. 21 days احنا حاطين بس really هي لازم تكون أطول. Why? لأنه بيكون coagulability عندها عالي. نعطيها إشي بيعمل thromboembolism كأنه أعطيناها something that can kill her. هلا if she developed يعني بتعرفوا الهيبرين one of the major adverse effects اللي بتخلينا نوقفه هو الهيد heparin induced thrombocytopenia. بهاي الحالة we can give fondaparinux, ibuprofen and bivalirudin بس هذولا routine the injection they could also produce their own allergic reactions. شو صار الوقت؟ طيب إذا let me stop here. أنا حطيت لكم PDF file لهذول اللكتشرز. إيش معناته السلايد ده؟ إذا كنت شباب أو slides.